Peace. This is Ogula Ora, and I just wanted to do a short video on today. I just wanted to, just give a quick video for, a lot of people who are in spirituality and they just getting into the path, or some who've been following the path for quite some time. And, and they have spirit guides, they have orishas, they have loas, or whatever your spiritual practice is. And what I'm seeing is that a lot of individuals who are on the path, they're really trying to find out, are they hearing from spirit? And, when you're hearing from spirit, a lot of times people want to know, okay, is this spirit talking to me? Or, do I supposed to give this particular offering? Or just, communicating with your spirit. And I want to share something with you. My experience, hearing from spirit and knowing when spirit wants your attention or they need you to do a particular task. This was like a few years ago. And when I got onto my path, I was dealing with, dealing with a particular spirit, and, it was a particular time I was at home, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And at that particular time, I was just ready to go to bed. To call it a night. And, I got into bed and, I was getting ready to go to sleep. So as I went to sleep, you know how you get ready to get in that good sleep and you get ready to turn over, and that's pretty much going to be your sleeping position for that night. And about a few moments later, I heard spirit was like, wake up. I need you to, I need you to give an offering. So when I heard it, I'm like, oh man, I don't really feel like getting up. And I dealt with that for maybe a minute or two. I tried to go back to sleep, and I just got this urgency, like, no, wake up. I need you to go and give me an offering. Now, mind you, now it's 3 in the morning. It's 3 in the morning. Everybody's home. They relax and they in bed. And I was like, I got up, and before I made a decision, and I said, let me get my cards. So I got my playing cards, and I was just shuffling it. I was doing all types of doing the bridge, shuffling it, making decks, just to kind of just to fill the energy out. So I was like, all right, spirit, if you want me to get up and give an offering at a particular location, I'm gonna need, confirmation. And when I was asking for the confirmation, I said, well, let me get 3 threes. You know what I'm saying? So I was shuffling it, and when I pull out the first card, the 3 of diamonds came out. And then after that, the 3 of hearts came out, and then the 3 of swords came out. So when I seen it, I was like, no, I was hesitant. I'm like, no, spirit is not telling me to go to the location where I need to go at to give an offering. So at this time, it might have been like 3:47 at night. So once that happened, I said, all right, you know what? Let me get dressed. I got dressed, got my keys, and I went to the store, and I went to the store, got what I needed, and I went to my car. So as I was driving, driving and just waiting for spirit to tell me where I need to go at, the location to drop off the offering, right? So particularly, they wanted me to go to a 4-way crossing, a crossroad. And as I got there, I stayed there for a while, and I proceeded to put an offering on the 4 corners of the crossroad. So by this time, I was there, and all of a sudden, I seen this man. I seen this man walking towards, the crossroad. And, I'm saying, he had an all black, and he had a hat on. So by this time, I look at my cell phone I was looking at the time. And when I look at the time, it was like 4 o'clock. And anybody who goes out at night, particularly around the time of, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, there's a different energy. There's a different feeling, you know what I'm saying, at that time. It's a whole different vibe. Everything is quieter, but it's like areas, like a lot of activity going on at that particular time. So long story short, after I know I'm seeing the guy, he just walked past. He didn't say anything, he just walked past. So after I dropped the offering off, you know, I went back, got in my car and went home. You know what I'm saying? And then when I was just getting ready to go to bed, I got a phone call, and it was one of, you know, a family friend, and it was like, yo. And at this time, they already know, you know, I was into spirituality. I was doing different, you know, spiritual work or whatever. And it was like, yo, I don't know what you did, but I could have got incarcerated that night. And then, you know, they went on. I said, what happened? Tell me what happened. It was like, yeah, I went to a bar. I went to the bar, and, you know, I had a few drinks. You know, I was intoxicated, and, you know, as I was going home, I got stopped by a police officer, and it was like when they came, they asked me to roll down my window and gave my license and registration. They asked him to step out of the car. And they told me at this time, they was like, you know what? I know I'm getting ready to get incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? At that time, they couldn't remember. They couldn't get their phone. Everything was in the car. And, you know, the police officer was talking to them. You know, was talking to them, asking them a few questions. And they said they knew that night that they would have, you know, got locked up or whatnot. And they said that literally the alcohol was seeping out of their pores. And the cop was talking to them, and all of a sudden she just felt the energy shift happen. And next thing you know, the police officer said, you know what, you know, you can go ahead home, you know, I check your insurance, I check everything's fine. So after that, you know, they went back home. They told me they went back home, and then they called me. And I'm saying this to say this: a lot of times when spirit speaks to you, you know, a lot of times you have to have discernment in listening to that voice as they speak to you. You know, it's really, you know, and a lot of times spirit will test you and to see will you be obedient. The spirit will test you, your faith, to see if you're going to have an ear to listen. You know, and the whole purpose of what I'm really saying is that when you're working with spirit, you know, trust in your spirits, because they can save you from misfortune. They can save you from tragedies. They can save you from hardship. You know, and that's really what I'm realizing. I have a lot of people, you know, talking to me and saying, well, how do you tap in? How do you hear from spirit? And a lot of times spirit talks to you in your own voice. But when you're trying to find out which spirit is talking to you, a lot of times you have to listen to the attributes of that spirit and what they are requiring from you. This is a short video of Trusted in Your Spirits. This is Ogulo Ra. Peace.